Our next measure of central tendency is the mode. Okay, so where's my pen? Oh, there it is. Okay, so as a definition, we have that the mode is the value or values that appear most frequently in a data set. Now, we do have to be kind of careful. A data set can have no mode, it could have a single mode, or it could be a situation where there's multiple modes. Okay, so that would occur when you have like two or three data items that occur most often and the same number of times. So, like, you could have these two data items that occur more than everything else, and they occur the same number of times. Okay. Now, if you have a single mode, no big deal. Multiple mode, no big deal. It's when you have no mode that you do need to be very, very careful. When you have no mode, state that you have no mode or say something like not applicable. Don't put zero. If you put zero, the understanding that your reader would take from that is that the number zero occurs most often in your data set, and that may not be the case. So, again, no mode, you want to say quite literally no mode or not applicable. Okay, so just be careful there. Otherwise, the mode is super, super easy. So we're going to do a situation where we have one mode, more than one mode, and then no mode. Okay. Now, you do not have to put your data items in order. Sometimes it can be helpful if they're in order because then you can see really clearly if you have a group of numbers that shows up repeatedly and it shows up more than everything else. So, if you want to put these in order, you certainly can, but it is not a requirement like it is with the median. Okay. So let's say we wanted to put these in order. We would say, okay, we have 7, then 10, then 12, then 12 again, then 15, then 19. So we can see really clearly that 12 shows up twice. All of the other data items only show up once. So for example, 3 part A, we would say that the mode is 12. So 12 is the most common data item in this set. Okay. For the next data set, we have part B. We have 31, 35, 49, 31, 50, 49, and 45. So again, it's not a requirement to put these numbers in order, but I do find that sometimes it can be helpful, especially if you have like not a huge, huge data set. If you have a big data set, that's a pain in the behind to put them all in order, but it might be necessary depending because well, I don't know. Maybe even the bigger the data set, the more helpful it can be if you put it in order. But either way, just find out which data item or items occurs most often. So let's go ahead and put this set in order. So we have 31. We have 31 again. Then we have 35. Then we have 45. Then 49. 49 again. And 50. Okay, so I can see 31 shows up twice, but so does 49. Okay, now all three of the other data items, they only show up once. So in this case, we do have two modes. 31 and 49 occur most often compared to the rest of the data set, and then they occur the same number of times. So we would say the modes, let's just say the mode and then we'll list both numbers with be 31 and 49. So just be really careful. Don't just see that one number that you see occur, two or three times and say that's it. Really be cautious, go through your whole data set, make sure you don't miss anything. And putting your numbers in order while not required can be helpful. Okay. Now for our last data set, we have 79, or wait, we have 98, 79, 72, 85, 87. We could put these numbers in order. It's not going to be super helpful here. This is not a huge set. But you can see right here, none of the data items occurs more than once, okay? So in this case, for the mode, you could put not applicable, or you could say none, or you could say no mode. Just please don't put zero, okay? Because that would tell the reader that zero is the number that shows up the most often, and that's not the case. So again, the mode is just the value or values that occurs most frequently. In order to have two modes or three modes, all three, two or three values, whatever you have, would have to occur the same number of times and more than everything else in the list. No mode, just remember, don't write zero, okay? And while not required, putting the numbers in order can be very, very helpful. All right, so that's the mode, pretty straightforward, not too bad. And for us, it's going to be the last measure of central tendency that we look at.